Imagine a scenario where sports are on pause. Sounds ridiculous and very much unfortunate, right? But through COVID-19, we have seen it happen in front of our eyes. One of the things we took for granted was simply gone. And perhaps that's when we realized sports have been deeply rooted in our lives to an extent where we struggle in daily life without it. That's why today I'll be discussing a specific sport I love, and I hope you've noticed by now that it will be basketball, and how it is not just a sport, but a multi-dimensional platform that has transcended our lives to become much more than a simple sport. Now, as basketball players are very much popular, they receive countless critics, ruthless comments, unwanted privacy exposure, big social media impacts on a daily basis. Many struggle with this attention, but some utilize these opportunities to expand their subjective goals. And that's why today I'll be discussing four main types of impacts or four main goals the players and the organization have accomplished in recent times. First one is by NBA's Cleveland Cavaliers star, Kevin Love. He recently came out and talked about his anxiety and depression. In his article on the Players Tribune, he aimed to express that even himself, a famous basketball player who earns millions of dollars, is not immune to anxiety and depression. His confession brought many people together, even creating a path for other players in the league to begin opening up about their own mental problems. Another player that I would like to mention is Houston Rockets star Russell Westbrook. His Why Not Foundation aimed to inspire the lives of children, empower them to ask simply, why not? And teach them to never give up. The foundation was raised through his clothing line, through his brand, through social media, and just his awareness of the knowing that it is important to teach children that not giving up is crucial. And I also want to note that other players in the league have used their clothing line or their appearance to empower their own goals or messages towards the viewer and the fans. And it has been very remarkable to see so many players doing this. And that's why I believe basketball is no longer a simple sport, but a multi-dimensional platform that is being used to raise awareness, to send positive impacts and positive influences. Furthermore, there have been many incidents where basketball stepped in to have a voice in the political context. In recent outbreaks of racial and social injustice, players in the league announced to showcase activist slogans such as "Say Their Name," "Freedom," "Black Lives Matter," "I Can't Breathe," on players' jerseys, which were ordinarily emblazoned with well-known surnames. So, although the stands were empty and silent during the NBA restart and inside the NBA bubble, a commonly shared message echoed loudly: no more racism, no more social injustice. And I also believe it is important to note that it was the players' commitment, the players' voice wanting to replace the surnames with something that's much more important to them, to have a voice through the slogans, to have a voice through something that needs more light in the world, and through their actions along with the organization's help, I think their goal was very much well accomplished. In addition to this, the league and the players committed NBA arenas and stadiums as voting centers for the 2020 election, to allow individuals to have access to facilities to vote, and essentially just promote voting as an important thing to do in order to have a voice. And this wasn't just for the Americans. It was globally promoted, and their goal of trying to send a message of how voting is an essential was very well accomplished once again. Now, therefore, as the players and the league collectively came together, They vividly made a big impact in the real world, signifying their imprint as a multidimensional platform rather than just a sport. Now, that ends my TED Talk, but I just want to send a small appreciation and thank you to the staff that made this unit possible during COVID-19. I very much enjoyed the unit, and yeah, and also I hope you enjoyed my talk. Thank you.